talk a little bit about the Gophers. Let's get right to it. Marcus, a lot of talk by people about what number, if there's a magic number that the Gophers need to get to, whether it's 22 or 21, 23 to make the NCAA tournament. Put the number aside. Does this team deserve to go into the tournament?
Oh, I think definitely so. What they've accomplished in the non-conference season, beating Louisville. Louisville's a legitimate top 10 team right now. I think they have enough quality wins. It's just a matter of where they fit in the Big Ten. I mean, there's a lot of teams right now that are playing and trying to play themselves in. And if those teams beat the Gophers at the end of the season, I think those teams deserve to go over the Gophers.
Now, John, if they let's go back to the number thing now. Is 22 the number that they need to get to, or I mean, can they just win one of these final few games and still get in at could 21 wins do it?
I mean, I think they can win one of their last three as long as they don't get blown out and embarrass themselves. If they go to Illinois and lose by 20 points, I think they're going to be forced to win their last two games against Wisconsin and Michigan. But if they go to Illinois, they're competitive. They give them a decent ball game, and then they come back here and they beat Wisconsin and Michigan. I don't see any reason why they won't get into the tournament.
How vital, Marcus, is the Big Ten tournament for them? Do they have to win one or two games, or is it really dependent on what that final regular season record turns out to be?
I think it depends on, like John says, who they beat. If they beat Illinois and they lose to Michigan and Wisconsin, I think that, they probably have to win one game in the Big Ten tournament and they're in. If they lose all three games, then they might have to go on a pretty miraculous run in the Big Ten tournament.
To win it. Now, John, after the Louisville game and then again after the Wisconsin game, I don't think there's much doubt that people would have given Tubby an A for the way he's been coaching that team. What kind of letter grade would you give him right now?
B-.
And why do you drop it?
I just think this team's been so up and down for the past 7 or 8 ball games. They've been so inconsistent. And I think, one of the players who's really hurt this team since the Wisconsin game has been Lawrence Westbrook. He hasn't given them any consistency. At one point we talked about, Westbrook being the go-to guy. And up until this last game against Northwestern, he just struggled and, hasn't been able to get into double figures. And, if he would have been a little consistent at all, I think this team could have 2 or 3 more wins under its belt right now.
And Bob Sansevier with Marcus Fuller and John Plume. We'll talk about those Gophers again next week.